Welcome back to another yoga session. This time we're going to do trap yoga. It's going to be more fast paced and we're going to be listening to some nice jams. So we're going to start standing up. Let's come to the middle of our mat and let's get grounded. Feet is hip width apart, spine is long, shoulders are up and down, up and back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. And as you exhale, swan dive all the way over into a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. And let's come down to our tippy toes. Little toe balance. And we can bounce here. Get a little movement going. Practice our balancing. All right, inhale and come back up, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands to shin, spine is long. Exhale, back down, forward fold. And come back down, toe balance. We're here. If bouncing is too much, just stay here, breathe. If you can balance, we're gonna bounce. All right, inhale, come back up, a forward fold. Get heat building in our legs, lift up halfway. And we're gonna come down into a low downward facing dog. Let's bicycle our feet. Beautiful. And settle into the downward facing dog. Let your ankles reach toward the mat. Arms are pushing forward, lifting your hips. Come up to a plank. Hips are level. Breathe here. Inhale. And let's go back to downward facing dog. We're going to lift the right leg and just bounce here. Remember your breath. Inhale, let's bring our right knee to our right elbow. And back up. And let's do that. Sync it with our breath. Exhale, push back up, three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to elbow. And back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift that left leg and we're bouncing. Let's keep our hips square, toes pointed. Inhale, left knee to left elbow. Exhale, back up, three-legged dog. Sync it with your breath. And release. We're back in downward facing dog. Drop your knees. And we're going to stretch our shoulders. Keep your knees hip width apart. And reach your arms out. Chest is towards the mat. You can place your chin on the mat or your forehead. And open up our shoulders here in puppy dog pose. Beautiful. Come back up. Let's bring our toes together to touch. Knees a little wider than our hips. And we're down into child's pose. Let's take a few breaths here. Let's swoop our hands behind us, forehead on the mat. Inhale, come back up. Let's make our way to a seat. So from here, let's bring our soles of our feet to the mat. Bring your right knee down in front of you and let's stack the left knee on top. Bring your feet out. Toes are flexed. We are in cow face pose. Inhale, arms up. And let's cross the right arm over the left. Elbows up. And we're going to pulse right here. Try to really reach your elbows up. Spine is long. Remember to breathe. Palms are touching. One more breath. Exhale and just untangle. Reach back and windshield wiper our knees. Loosen up our hips. And we're going to switch sides. So let's bring the left leg down flat. Knee is pointing towards the top of the mat. Stack the right leg over the left. Toes are pointing in opposite arms. So right arm is under the left. Palms touching. And we're going to pulsate our elbows. One more breath. And exhale, untangle. Bring your arms back and let's windshield wiper our knees. Beautiful. Now find your sit bones. Soles of the feet are on the mat. And we're going to rock back to boat pose. So lift your feet off the mat. You can be here, half boat. You can stretch your legs out. Hold on to your shins. If you're here, you can have your arms reaching our legs, our feet. But we're going to breathe here. And let's do a little ab work. So we're going to come down and bring our knees back up. Remember to breathe. And one more breath. Exhale. Bring your feet back to the mat. Cross your legs, flip over your legs, and let's go back into downward facing dog. Bicycle our legs. Should be nice and warm. All right. Settle into the downward facing dog. We're going to lift our right leg back up, three-legged dog. And swoop your leg all the way down on the outside of your right hand. Let's drop the left knee And we're in lizard pose. Opening up our hips. If this is comfortable, you can go down to your elbows. And really open up your hips here. And if you can release any further, you're more than welcome to get that nice release in your hips. One more breath. Come back up to your hands. Lift the left toes. And then we're going to bring the right foot back to meet the left. We're in a plank. Inhale. And as you exhale, keep your elbows in. And we're in up dog. Flip your feet and push all the way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, left side. So left foot is extended in the air. And then bring it all the way down on the opposite side of our left hand. Drop the right knee. Take a breath here. And if this is comfortable, you can go down to your elbows. One more breath. And come back up to your hands. Lift your right toes and your right knee. Bring your left foot back to meet your right. We're in a plank. Inhale. As you exhale, elbows in. Transition down into upward facing dog. Inhale. As you exhale, flip your toes, lift your hips, push back to downward facing dog. Now let's bring our right foot in between our hands. Push up with your right foot, and we're in a high lunge, and we're going to pulse right here. You can come down to cactus arms, open up our chest. We're bouncing. One more breath. And as you exhale, come back down. Hands to mat, and lift your right leg to meet your left foot. And then let's switch legs. Bring your left foot in between your hands. Push up with your left foot, and we're up in high lunge. We're going to pulse. Come down to cactus arms. And we're pulsing. Inhale and exhale, come back down. Step your left foot back to meet your right. We're going to push back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet to your hands. Bring your feet hip distance apart. We're going to grab onto our elbows. Release our head. And just hang here. Can rock side to side. Remember your breath. And we're going to slowly come up halfway. Back is flat. Hands on our shins. Inhale. Exhale. Release back down to a fold. And then slowly come all the way up. Shoulders all the way up to the ears and then down your back. Beautiful. So we're going to stay at the top of our mat. And then we're going to bring our right foot to the top. You can step your left foot back to give you a little balance. But we're going to put all the weight in our right foot. And bring your hand down to the right hand down to the mat. Slowly lift your left leg. You can extend your left arm to the sky. We're going to stay here and breathe. Remember to find a spot on the ground that's not moving to help you balance. One more inhale. Exhale. Bring your left foot down right next to your right hip, distance apart, and we're going to sink our hips. Bring our arms up to chair pose. And we're going to pulse. Building heat in our thighs, toning up our body. One more breath. Exhale, come all the way up. Arms by your side, and let's do that balance on the left side. Step your right foot back to help you balance. Bring the weight all the way to your left foot. Left arm comes down to the mat. Right foot lifts up, and right arm floats to the sky. It's half moon pose. Remember your breath. Controlled inhales, slow exhales. One more breath. And as you exhale, bring your right foot down to meet your left. Bend your knees, lift your arms. We're in chair pose, and we're going to pulse. Feel the heat building in your thighs. Continue to breathe. One more breath. Exhale, come all the way up. Palms together, hands to heart. And let's close our eyes. Come back to our breath. Check in with our body. One more inhale. And exhale. Shake it all out. That was awesome. Trap yoga. Thank you.